Hello everyone. Today's video we are going to be discussing about transporting resources. Now, for this example, we'll take a look at these stews here in Matlock. They are going for 5,000, and in Thetford they are going for 7,700. Now, this has been the case for a few days, so this is not even a sudden thing. We did it like for 3 days, and the price has been consistently higher in Thetford compared to Matlock. Now, this is a good opportunity for us to just buy some stews in Matlock and transport them over to Thetford. Now, we initially discovered this because I craft stews in Matlock and check the other markets for prices to see which market has better prices. Now I only do this between two markets that are closest to Matlock. We have Thetford and Bridgewatch. So we already checked Bridgewatch, it's about the same price in Bridgewatch too, but since I am familiar with the route to Thetford, I know the zone, so I can just take shortcuts easily. We are going to Thetford now. Let me just show you the stews I made today. We have, where's our bear? There we go. So I made this many stews today, like 510. In this 510, 255 is mine and 255 is for the guy who provided all of the ingredients for me. Now what I can do here is carry as many stews as I can until my bear hits 100 carry weight. With this I will not be overloaded and I will make a decent profit when the stews in Thetford sell for a lot more. Now let's just buy up some stews here. We have 81 here going for 5,000. Just buy that. We are at 78. We'll just buy this too. Don't have to place buy orders. You can do that if you want to, but it is not needed. There's someone else doing this. So I think it's my party mate who was here very recently. So now we are reaching the 6,000s. This is still a profit to buy these stews, but I really don't want to work on such a short margin. So yeah, I'll see you guys in Matlock now. Let's see how that goes. Now, if you look at the map, you can see all of the zones here. There is blue and yellow zones. Now just look at Matlock and look at Thetford. We have to find the shortest route between them. So let's see. Hator, Carlufen, Bonepool, Whispermarsh, and there. How many zones is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zones. So this seems a little long, but I think that's the shortest route available. Let's check another road just to be sure. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. So either way you go, it's 6 zones away from city. And there's another neat trick that you can use while transporting. That is, if you look at two entrances or exits, the distance between this exit and this exit is large. So you can count this as a whole zone, but in this case, the entrance and exit are like literally right next to each other. So you can chalk it up to like what, 20% of a zone that you have to travel. Here you have to travel 100%, 20 or 15% here. So we can say that this route is shorter because we don't have that in this path we are taking here. Hat, or this is 100%. This is also short, by the way. 100% again, a little over 100% here because you have to do this, or you could just cut through 100%, 100% again. You get the picture. Now, if you go from Eldon Hall or Eldon Hill, 100% on this. This is short, 100% again. And where do you go from here? This way probably. So yeah, you get the idea. Just take the route you want and stick with it. It'll probably take 15-20 minutes to transport. It's not going to be long. And another quick tip, this is not very important to do, but you will get benefit out of this if possible. So if you want to avoid gankers in red zones, yellow zones, which are pretty rare, you can go with a plate armor, which will give defense to your bear. So let's see, your defense right now is at 338. If you remove this while you're mounted, it will decrease. It's not showing in this tab, but I think it will show here. Let's say physical defense, armor 77, armor 86. So this gets multiplied by this while you're mounted. So even when your mount takes damage, the damage your mount takes is dependent on your armor. If you're naked, even if you're on a mammoth, you'll get 2 or 3 shots by a really high tier player. But if you have a plate helmet or plate armor, I should say, you'll be very tanky as a mammoth or a bear should be. Okay, so if you're wondering why you keep dying even though you're on a really high tier mount, that's because you don't have plate armor on you while you're on a high tier mount. Also bring a weapon like double bladed if your mount, I mean if you're not overweight without your mount. But in this case, I don't think I can move. Yeah, so this is pointless to have. But do bring something like a shadow collar or any weapon. So if you see something really good like a fully evolved boss, you can just hop down real quick, kill it for a 100k fame. Granted, you might not be able to kill it with this, but it's better than nothing. You won't regret having it, or it's not a big deal to teleport either. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the other city that I'm teleporting to. Okay, now we are in Thetford and we'll see how much they're selling for still. So sometimes there's a risk of price dropping from when you start the transport and you finish the transport. In that gap, because it takes 15 to 20 minutes, prices can drop, but this time that did not happen. I bought some stews. I had 250 or something on my own, and rest are from the market. Let's see. So I got around 120 stews from the Matlock market, which might not seem like much, but it is a lot because these are all very profitable to do. That's like 40% profit margin. Now, another important tip while you're doing these kinds of transport runs is placing small sale orders. Now let's see how big the sale orders are here. We have 49, 47, and we have a 400. Now let's assume I place a sale order of 373, and in order to place this sale order, I have to I have to pay 116k in premium tax, 72k in setup fee. So that is 190 or 190k if you round it up, almost 200k. And every time someone undercuts my 370 stews, I have to repay that because I am relisting them basically. So what you want to do instead of placing sale orders of in 2 300s, do something like this: place 90 or less than 100 at once. So when you undercut this 90 stews, you have to pay around 40k. If you look at the numbers here, add it up. That's the important part. But if you just place like 400 of these in the sale here and forget about them for like 1 or 2 days, they will sell eventually because look at the volume: 1000 sold, 1300 sold, 1300 again sold. This is per hour. So in the past few hours they sold more than what it is here. And this guy who placed 450 for 7800 will get his money before the next day comes basically. So for that exact reason, I'm going to place a full sale order. Oh, if the internet comes back. Okay, it's back. So as I was saying, because I don't want the money immediately, I can wait 1 or 2 days for this money. I'm going to place a big sale order. But if it's someone who wants their money fast, place smaller sale orders like this. Or even if you have all the time in the world, you can just place 10 at a time. And as soon as someone undercuts, just undercut them back and proceed with that. That will take you a few hours to sell everything. But still, not few hours actually, because these are selling in thousands every hour. So this 300, if you just sit here selling one by one, will take you less than 1 hour to sell. So I don't care for that instant profit, so I'll just place a big sale order here and move on with it. Now, in this video, I showed you beef stews, but you can do this with anything literally in the market. Everything that is sold in this market, you can flip in other markets. Now, this also applies to the black market. If you just take this principle and transport your stuff to the red zones to a black market in Carleon, you'll make a lot more money, but in exchange for all of that money, you'll also face a lot more risk. And especially if you are in a transport point like this, people who are ganking will be instantly notified of what you're transporting, like not what you're transporting, that you are transporting. So if you see someone on red zones with a really heavyweight mount, you know that they're transporting. That's kind of obvious, right? So if you want to transport to the black market, go on an armored horse or a regular horse, do small batches. You can even go on a stag, but do not go with bears or mammoths if you don't have a scout looking out ahead in the black zones. Now that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I kind of made it on the spot without any script or anything. So yeah, that's it. Now let's move on to a giveaway for the premium code and see who wins that. So as I was preparing for the outro, my friend told me that the stews are going for 8,000 on Sterling. So if you have the patience to transport from all the way from Marklock, two zones to Sterling, go for it, I guess. But I'm not going to bother with that. I'm too lazy. But yeah, there you have it. It's some extra information for you. And if you're wondering, this is on the EU server. Now let's move on to the giveaway. All right, now let's see who wins the code. Now, if you want to participate in giveaways like this, we have to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. We'll pick a random comment from the video and send the code via Discord. Kitson. Okay. If you want to claim your code, Kitson, just contact me on Discord and I'll send the code to you. Now that's it for today's video, guys. Consider becoming a channel member if you want to support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Alright, everyone. So it's not even been a few hours since I placed the sale order for 370 stews, and they're already sold in Thetford market. You can check the time here on UTC when I placed the sale order and when they sold. I did not even close my game since we're just doing dungeons. We just started a new dungeon, and yeah, they sell out really, really fast. Just wanted to tell you that before I left. Bye.